Hello everyone. In our prayers today, Jackie gives thanks for businesses and shops and pubs reopening. I went into a pub for the first time since lockdown this week, not for my first pint, sadly, but just to say a quick hello to Jonathan, the landlord at the Royalty on the Chevin. And I said that what I now realise I've missed the most is the smell of pubs. He said a lot of people have been saying that, and the things that we've missed are perhaps hard to describe until we've got them back again. I wonder what people are missing most about church. Sadly, one of our chief products, communion, both in the physical sense, the bread and the wine, and in the fellowship sense, they won't be quite as we remember them just yet. We're still working out how to do Holy Communion safely within a confined space, and we're aware that we can't be a gathered communion in a large-scale way. Those things we can't do just yet, but we will get there, so please bear with us. You'll see that in our offering this week we have a video from Bishop Nick to encourage us as parishes as we emerge. He reminds us that we can be confident and that we can be faithful just as God is faithful. There are a lot of attachments in our MailChimp this week, but don't miss out on Bishop Nick's letter, which is one of the embedded links. I found this letter greatly encouraging, and I'm sure you will too. You can see that there's also a link about giving. So please consider clicking on that link and giving to the church at this time. We are keen, when it's safe to do so, to reopen both our church and our church hall and to be a sign of God's presence in the world, but we can't do that if we aren't solvent. I'm pleased to announce this week our plan for reopening the church building in carefully planned stages. We are already at the earliest opportunity doing funerals and weddings, and we had the funeral service for parishioner Arthur Sylvester on Wednesday. And congratulations to Emily and Michael, again long-standing parishioners in Bramhope, married here yesterday. As part of our phased return into the church building, the church will be open for 2 hours on Sunday mornings, and that's from Sunday the 16th of August. This is for private prayer, and it's an opportunity to see me and so that we can pray together. We wrote to Bishop Nick this week, giving an outline of how we hope to open the church, and I'm pleased to say that we've recently received a dispensation from him, which will give us the time that we need to open the church for public worship at the right time for us as a parish. When we do so, we'll be probably taking an invitational approach and be inviting people in smaller groupings. We're conscious that other churches are already open for acts of worship, but we're aware that it's not a competition, and we won't delay the process any longer than we have to, but we also won't rush into opening the building before we have all the systems in place, recognising that we've got a high number of people in the congregation who are in the vulnerable category. We will, of course, be continuing to have our virtual services for the foreseeable, and there'll probably be a time when we operate with a mixed economy of virtual worship online and limited worship within the church building. Our Gospel reading today is the parable of the sower. So, an opening prayer with that parable in mind. Lord, let me hear your words afresh. Let me picture the sower scattering seeds. Let me listen to the message with my eyes and with my ears, with my heart, with all of my attention. Let me understand. Let me bear fruit. Let me be useful to you. Let me do your will. Amen.